each target.
Welcome back, viewers. Now we are also tracking the latest development in the Los Angeles protest, where protesters involved in the violence across Los Angeles have been kettled in by the LAPD. The LAPD has notified that the individuals involved will be arrested and taken in after declaring the event an unlawful assembly. The LAPD is citing the protesters for failing to disperse, and there are about 30 to 40 protesters who will be arrested for failing to disperse, and other charges over the weekend have included assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer's looting and arson. Aditya Vadavan is joining me on the broadcast. The Pentagon is planning to send a Marine battalion to Los Angeles as the feud between the California state government and the Trump administration has only intensified, Aditya, with the LAPD moving more force also there. What are you tracking in the latest as far as these developments, which we are tracking very closely, are concerned?
Simran, if you see, now the Los Angeles Police Department has moved in to, arrest the protesters after they have, completely shown their vandalism across the streets. All this, a war of words between the President Donald Trump and the California Governor Gavin and LA is now, is heading towards a serious problem because, there have been protests and, there have been incidents where, protesters have been physically assaulting the police officers because, considering the fact that, the California Attorney General has sued the Trump administration to take back its order of deploying the National Marine Guards in the Los Angeles, So this entire incident is now getting violent, and it is a matter of concern that in the most largest democracy of the world, which is the United States, such things are happening, and this Trump administration has been in headlines for various unprecedented news. So I know at this juncture, it needs to be seen, what further action takes goes in this case involving the protesters showing vandalism on the streets of Los Angeles, and it is now time that how and what course of incidents follow. Yes, Simran.
Request you to kindly stay on with us on the broadcast for more details that are shortly to follow. While Dr. Arvind Tejawat, international affairs expert, is joining me live on the broadcast. In fact, now this is a very developing story. The Pentagon is mobilizing an additional force on the grounds and 2,000 National Guard troops to be sent to Los Angeles on the orders by President Donald Trump. This is being said time and again that these developments are not going to be in a consequence favor from the California state government in front of the Trump administration, while it had announced earlier that 700 Marine to backstop the National Guard will be sent. How do you look at these developments as far as law enforcement agencies at one side and the protesters at the other side come face to face and also pose a problem for the civilians as far as it is for the Trump administration as well? Mr. Tejawat.
Simran, right. In the morning, actually, I heard that there were 700 the National Guards were there. But the updated news that 2,000 National Guards are there. So the situation is going to be the worst, the time by time, the hours by hours, it's going to be worse. So I suppose it shouldn't be there in a United States, because normally the United States consider a mature democracy where there is no place for the protests, and normally the people, they have an understanding with their own government that in what way they should run. The protest took place only where the government fails. So I suppose that the Donald Trump government has failed badly, and even the California governor has raised the voice of protest against the Donald Trump. So I suppose it shouldn't be happen there in the United States, and whatever it is happening after 4 or 5 decades. I know the same incident in California in 1965 only. Then after, I suppose this is the first incident and a protest at a large scale is happening. So the Donald Trump government must think about it, that in what way they wish to bring their own nation.
Well,
Chandra.
absolutely, Mr. Tajawar. Thank you very much for being with us. Now, I'll also request you to kindly stay on as we are understanding more angles from which the developing story is emerging. As Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has said, he was horrified by the video of the journalist